You're checking out the longest running online radio show on the iPower Evening Show. DeMarco J on Pretty Ricky and Stefan Mason.
It's time now for the Clown Donkey Hall of Shame.
What kind of fool am I?
Somebody done act a fool. Somebody done put their foot in their mouth.
The bottom line is, I think you're a complete jackass.
Worse than a female.
Now say some more. I knock your ass right back down, fake ass wannabe preaching, no members having mother.
Time for that induction ceremony.
Mean, just plain mean. I might as well be working for white folks.
The iPower Evening Show.
This week's Clown Donkey Hall of Shame for Friday, December 21st, 2018 goes out to David James Bohart. Now, if you're one of these kind of folks who's been locked up for so long and is used to the prison life of being behind bars, tells me that you're not ready to enter back into society. Y'all ready for this? 34-year-old David James Bohart is accused of killing a woman on the same day he was released from an Arizona prison. Look at that tape. According to authorities, Bohart was arrested Friday, November 23rd on suspicion of second-degree murder in the death of 49-year-old Marika L. Jones. According to KOLD TV, Tucson police said they found her body with stab wounds at the house 2 days earlier on Wednesday, November 21st. Detectives also located a Department of Corrections file box belonging to Bohart. The Arizona Department of Corrections website says he was released on that Monday, November 19th, from the Tucson, Arizona complex where he served a 3-year sentence for possession of using dangerous drugs. Police said a warrant was issued for his arrest when he failed to check in to a court-ordered treatment facility. 34-year-old Bohart remained in jail that Saturday. Online court records don't list an attorney who could have commented on his behalf. KOLD TV reports Bohart's bond is set at $100,000. Police said Jones's body was found after a man identified himself as a lawyer from out of state called the police Wednesday, November 21st, with information about the possible killing at the home. Authorities didn't release the caller's identity. Police said they were already investigating in the same area after a man using a false name called 911 to report he had just killed his girlfriend. The man didn't provide an address and immediately find anything. According to the Corrections Department website, Bohart served 2 previous stints in prison. One was forgery conviction and the other was another conviction of a possession or of dangerous drugs.
So wait a minute. This man got out of prison, killed somebody on that day, was later arrested that week,
Yep.
And already has a $100,000 bond for his release again?
Yep.
This can't be no black suspect getting this kind of white privilege.
Are you serious?
I done spilled the beans.
Yep, you said it. Now, it's no secret that once criminals are in the system spending years behind bars, and once they get out of prison, they have that scarlet letter A against them, meaning you can't get no employment, you are denied government assistance, you are not allowed to vote, nor qualified for higher education.
Right.
See, that's all built by design, and the system's not just doing this to black and brown, but doing this to poor white folks as well.
Hello.
The system treats them like they were black or brown folks. But does the poor whites who are in prison still have this white privilege? Yes, but to a limit, because they are not part of the 1% of wealthy white folks. And to some of the 1% of white folks who are privileged, they got more privilege than poor white folks who are in prison with less privilege. It's not just poor white criminals who thinks murder once they get out of prison. Black folks who are locked up for heinous crimes thinks the same way. Why? Because they got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. David James Bohart is a perfect example after he got out of prison and then took somebody's life on the same day. And maybe the system had no idea that he was going to kill somebody once he got out of prison, because none of us know what that person was thinking once he's out of prison. Is he going to rob, rape, or commit murder? We don't know what ex-cons is thinking once he or she gets out of prison, knowing that they got a scarlet letter A against them, preventing them to uplift themselves by not going back to prison. But that's not always the case. I was watching Lockup back 8, 9, 10 years ago. I think it was down in Alabama. It was a black man who served 38 years in prison for robbery, rape, and attempted murder. He was up for parole. The black man told the prison warden, "I don't want to leave prison." The prison warden said, "Why not? Don't you want to improve your life and start off fresh?" Black man was like, My life was destroyed and there's nothing out there for me in society. And the black man also said, if you were to release me now, I promise you I will start robbing and killing people. He said, I would rather die in prison because it's been my home most of my life. He was 56 years old back then, so the prison warden took his word for it and convinced the parole board not to release this black man, that he would rather die in prison because there wasn't no family, friends, or people he knew that would support him. He's comfortable where he's at. If only they could have done that with other inmates who have criminal records like David James Bohart, who killed an innocent victim once he was let out of prison after serving 3 years. And he's eligible for bond to be released again back into society so he can kill again? Now, right there alone, that is white privilege, to be honest.
Right.
But at the same time, please give David James Bohart the Clown Donkey Hall of Shame.
Thanks, Ricky, on your Clown Donkey Hall of Shame. You broke it down. I think I saw that lockup episode where the black man who was serving time for the crimes he committed, he was honest.
He was.
Give him credit for what he said. He said, you let me out of jail, I'm going to rob and kill people. And the prison warden took his word for it and kept him in prison for the rest of his life and is still in prison to this day. Some Latino inmates feel that way. Even some white folks feel that way too. Yeah. When they're up for parole, some will say, keep me in prison. I don't know anybody out there.
That's what I'm saying. True. But not all inmates think that way, nor will tell the parole board nor the warden what they're going to do once they get out of prison.
No.
You think Kanan from Power was going to tell his parolee what he going to do once he gets out of prison? Hell no.
Yeah,
he killed his own son.
He killed a lot of people. Him, Ghost, Tommy, and Dre.
Yep.
They killed people once they got out of prison.
They did.
Isn't Kanan dead from the last season of Power?
Well, that's what they say, because we thought Kanan was dead after Ghost set his ass on fire, but he survived it.
But not the shootout with the NYPD.
Well,
I think Kanan is really dead this time.
Oh, we'll see about that come season 6 of Power, if Kanan is really dead. Don't forget,
see.
50 Cent got shot 9 times, and he survived, goddammit.
But not Kanan.
So anything can happen when Power comes back next year, 2019.
We shall see, Ricky.
Oh, we will, bruh.